We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
11. 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
12.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage. Here's Burrow.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
11 mighty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11 mighty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Him up 5, 1st and 15.
11 empty. 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow to throw right away.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, that's not on his second already, his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense, Charles. He already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They give him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal.
11 MT,
They'll send a
11
receiver
MT.
in motion to the left.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Base pass caught at the 4. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 11, 11.
Now receiver in motion left. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there. That's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now back to throw. His throw incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets?
11,
and if so,
11,
it's going to be a long day for the defense.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
12, 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 12. Stop.
Now Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, he comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. 12. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11 MT. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Play after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
17-0 our score after 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kyle Pitts, 47 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
11 MT, take. Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
11.
Burrow on play action. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right, 80. Right, 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hands it off out of the gun. And some space here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 51 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Now Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 24 yards to gain there, another 1st down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Crash!
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Let's go now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Jets 14. Evan McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
11. 42.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
12.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that,
here we go.
They're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and some of these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And complete to Drake London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
19 strike. 19 tight.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long.
He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
11. 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They find some open field here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
11 Thomas.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. This is the tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Yeah, the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we're talking about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
12.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is no good. He missed it. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Williams, a man in motion right. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Powers through it. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Rig alert. Buffalo 18.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Stick it with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And McPherson on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
52, Jets 21. McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Empty
it off out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Back to Walker on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Raymond, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the sticks, sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down. Here's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A.J. Cole in punt formation.
And the NFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
See, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, gang, gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due. I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. That's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB. These Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key. I push the start my week. I'm in this photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
So many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract what you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast.
World, all the boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. They back outside, but they still alive. Whoa.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the couches, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the real jewelry, I'ma take this stuff, then I'm taking off top off, take off the fairy fish dreams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside, take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take it for the meal, hella follow, Take off the fuck flag, take off deception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I had. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, hit the phone with John Ware. Take off the shit mill, take off the doje, take off the breaking bad. Take all that designer, off and what do you have?
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket.
The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries.
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? Who you think they carry up us?
Serving up, pull up, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house, venting in the safe.
Can I fit up my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing. My son in the bank. Homies ejecting the food. My reaction. My people some skates. Holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for status. When you show them credit. When you show them
what a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant?
You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. Stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip.
What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like overdog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give a skip about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more. To the temple as we rock up tempo instrumental. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be, I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness, I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen, the boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, that mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me.